to be doing my review of the Tamron SP 45mm f1.8 DI VC USD lens. So let's get into it. So when it comes to the build quality of the Tamron, it's really nice. Tamron did a great job implementing the human touch design, as they call it. It really feels great in the hand when you're out shooting. It's got the pinch front cap, which is really nice to have, especially if you're having the lens hood on it. And that leads me to the lens hood. It's got a great pedal-shaped lens hood, and thankfully Tamron includes them with their lenses. The back rear cap has a neat design, and it feels really good. And what I want to talk about with this lens, with the back lens cap, is that Tamron has weather sealing on this lens. It's got it around the focus rings, the front has fluorine coating, and the back has a rubber gasket, which is really great to have, especially if you're shooting in extreme conditions. The back of the lens cap has a divot that goes around the rubber gasket, which is, I think it's nice to have. It's not super huge, but I think it's a really nice design that they did there. So when it comes to the overall build quality of the lens, it's really, really nice. Tamron did a phenomenal job, and if you're handling one, it's going to feel really, really good in your hands. It's fully metal, it's got a great finish to it, and I really love using it when I'm out shooting. When it comes to the overall image quality, Tamron has done a really nice job with this lens, and I think that it definitely can compete with the competition from Sigma and Canon. This lens, sharpness is very good. It's very sharp wide open, and I can easily use all the images that I take wide open with it at f1.8. If you want to get the perfect sharpness that you can get out of the lens, I suggest stopping down to f2.8 or f4 if you want the absolute best sharpness. But at f1.8, you definitely are going to be able to use your images, and they look really, really nice. It picks up a whole lot of detail. This lens, I was shooting outside before, and the amount of detail it can pick up on the bark on the trees is really incredible. Tamron really did a good job of resolving detail with this lens. The lens really has no vignetting, very little. I really don't notice any in my photos, and they did a really good job in that category. When it comes to the bokeh quality, the lens is really, really nice. It produces nice, smooth, creamy bokeh, and it looks really, really nice. I love using it, and what's really great with this lens is that it's got an amazing 0.29 times magnification ratio, which for a 45mm lens, that's really quite good. And when you're out in the field, like if you want a lens that you can just use for anything and just bring on a trip somewhere, this is definitely going to be a lens that you should consider, because that close to minimum focusing distance, it's not a one-to-one macro lens, but it's going to get you some really nice up-close shots. And it's also going to work great for portraiture work. If you want to, get a really nice close-up of like someone's face, that's going to work really, really nice there. What's really great about this lens is that it's got vibration compensation, which is Tamron's version of image stabilization. What's neat is that this is a first for a 50mm-ish lens. Obviously it's 45mm, but it's very close. And this is super helpful out in the field, especially if you're shooting in low light conditions, which I'm shooting in plenty of the time. This really comes in handy. I'm able to get about 3 stops or so through my testing. I think it varies through copies, but the copy that I got, it gives me about 3 stops, and I've been able to handhold images and get sharp pictures down to 1/30th of a second, which is really, really helpful when you're out in the field. When it comes to chromatic aberration with this lens, I've got a different opinion on it than most people, because a lot of people have complained about there being green and purple fringing, which there is, but it's only in extreme situations. When in my normal everyday shooting, I really don't see any at all throughout my images. The only time that you'll see some chromatic aberration is when you are in an extreme situation with a lot of contrast, especially with a bright light. If you have a bright light on your subject, you're going to see maybe some green or purple fringing around the area. But for the most part, chromatic aberration is controlled quite well, and I really don't see any coming up in any of my photos. When it comes to autofocus performance, the lens does pretty good. It's not going to be super fast, but it definitely gets the job done, especially for me. And I've been shooting with it for like a month and a half now, and through all the events that I've shot for our church or just everyday events with my family, it's definitely fast enough for what I need. Now, is this the lens that you want to be shooting like a motorbike with? Probably not. But for everyday events, it does quite well, and it always locks on to the focus point that I want it to, and it does it really well, so that's a great plus there with this lens. So overall, the lens is really, really good. I think Tamron has done a spectacular job with this lens, and I do not regret buying it at all. I think it's worth every penny. I was able to get this for $400 refurbished, which is a really great deal. And for the glass that you're getting with this lens, and with the vibration compensation, the weather sealing, and the great image quality, you really can't go wrong with this lens. The only time I would not recommend it is if you need super fast autofocus, or if you're constantly shooting in extreme situations where you could see some green or purple fringing. But other than that, this lens makes a really great walk-around lens for, if you're one of those people that just loves to walk around through the woods or wherever you are in your town or whatever and just take photos. This is going to work perfectly for that, and for all types of events and portraits work. It's going to do really well, and I love this lens, and I'm definitely glad that I went and purchased this over the Canon or the Sigma competition. So that wraps up my review on the Tamron 45mm lens. I like it a lot, but it's up to you to make the decision on whether or not it's for you. I hope this video helped you make your decision, and let me know by leaving a comment down below. To let you guys know, when I hit 250 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away a $10 Amazon gift card to one of the subscribers. All you need to do is subscribe to enter, and it's that simple. So that wraps up this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a great day. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.